Hello, it's Crypto CJ. It's the trade of the day, Monday night slash Tuesday morning or afternoon in addition, depending on where in the world you are. We have some real turmoil in the markets yesterday. Bitcoin dropped all the way down to 93K and then has recovered to some degree, broke 100 again. And this seems to have a lot to do with the US government and imposing tariffs on trading partners to try to get a hold of the border. And then we've got most of those partners implementing some changes to do that. So I guess that's news of some kind. And there's also a news about the US and implementing a fund of some kind that should involve crypto and or Bitcoin. So that's good news for crypto fans. Let's look at Bitcoin real quick. Go to the charts. Okay, should be seeing my Bitcoin hour chart. And
Yes.
we're 101.1 at the moment. And we got all the way up to about 102.5 and then dipped a little bit. So, but a pretty big drop and then a pretty big jump. I mean, we dropped all the way from, 106 down to 91. So even more than I thought. And then recovered a lot of that up to 102 and then dipped again down to 101. So I'm pleased to see Bitcoin hold 100K as support, even despite the news, though this news really wasn't anything to be surprised about. So I didn't go to dig up, the sources or anything. But as you can see, most of my watch list is red. Yeah, everything down pretty much. I took advantage yesterday to add to a couple of my positions. I have some short-term swing trades that evolved into long-term swing trades as they do sometimes when they get hit, and bought a couple more positions to improve my overall position. The ladder buying technique, you guys may want to look into it as a way to improve your position when something goes against you. Buy another one at the lower level, and that evens out the overall position. The overall position makes it better. Put more money into it, and then have a better entry point. Let's
You just
take.
open up a second trade or do you add to the original trade?
Well, that's pretty much the same thing. So, like, for example, I made another trade on Ethereum after it got hit, and I mean, it went down to 2100 and change, then shot back up 2848. So I got another position in around, I don't know, 2200, 2300, something like that. So if I buy the same amount that I bought in the position that took the discount, it makes the overall position better. So I have a few videos on this if you want to look at some of my past stuff. I just sent an email out with my list of prior topical videos. You guys might want to check that out. Uh, Ethereum looking good. And yesterday I also made 3 day trades on, they were all longs, CRV and Rune, 2 on Rune. We'll talk about Rune shortly. It showed up again in the Altcoin Alert list. So, any questions about the markets overall? It was a drama-filled day yesterday.
Mhm. I'm excited because we probably have the most volatile president we've ever had, which means money.
We, as day traders and swing traders, we do like volatility. So, you just gotta hold on to those trades. All right, let's
What's your thought on near? Been holding that for a while and it's still down on near.
That's quite the coincidence that you asked. That's the other swing trade I added to yesterday was near and improved my position overall. So let's look at that one on a longer time frame. I was mostly using support and resistance yesterday. I'm hoping to see near get back up around $8. I have positions I bought yesterday in around 280, 285, and then my original position was around $4. So I'm hoping this makes a move well above those positions. So there's plenty of retrace room to go back. Whether it does remains to be seen. But to answer your question, yeah, I do think it will recover and probably head towards $4 or $5, and then maybe even not get all the way back to the $8 level and surpass it. So Near has been a good day trading coin or swing trading coin for me the past year or so. Day trading as well.
What's your thoughts on H bar? That was
H bar.
super rallying for like many months, like from November through like January.
Yeah, it's got retrace potential, up to about 40 cents. So, that would be good. I had not bought this one, so I know the CryptNation guys like it. They were talking about it. So, it's been in the news. It's got some projects going on, some partnerships, so that's good. Seems to be doing what it can to make itself more relevant among all the other altcoins. But altcoins overall have been a little pokey. They haven't joined the Bitcoin pump as much as we thought. We keep talking about and altcoin season if we're going to have that, and a few of them have popped, but not the altcoin market overall. And Ethereum has been lagging behind. That's usually one of the first ones to hit. And as you can see, Ethereum is dipped below the 50 and the 20 EMAs, and it's even below the 200. So, but there's a lot of commentary about Ethereum and its ability to bounce back. So we'll see. That's
Like
about
Solana, Cardano, the blue chips really probably went like up at least 5% today.
yeah. Solana. Take a quick look at that. And yeah, it dipped below 200 yesterday. 178, it's pretty low, but it has recovered some, but it has a long way to go to hit the recent highs of nearly 300. Yeah.
You think that's a good long-term trade?
Hmm. I have friends who love Solana. I have a bag of it that I'm keeping,
Mhm.
sort of my own set it and forget it. So yeah, I think so. It's been
Mhm.
really active in in the meme coins, or a lot of those have been built on Solana. So, and it's been challenging Ethereum as the most popular altcoin. So, yeah, I think a bag of Solana could be worthwhile.
And then
All right.
one other thing I was saying, XRP, from what I understand historically, like it kind of went under, like down a lot in February. I think the last time it didn't go down in February was like 2022, so like 3 years ago.
Hmm.
So in terms of like the long term, looking at XRP, what's your thoughts? What you think for the month February? If you got any thoughts on that?
Yeah, long term, I'm not the best person to talk to about that. I'm more of a day trader, short swing trader, but I don't have a bag of XRP for long term. Really
Mhm.
like day trading and swing trading it though, so it's currently positive when everything else is negative. So in the short term, it looks good. And it's got potential to return to its recent high of 338. I think that's an all-time high as well. Yeah, hadn't been there in a long time. So yeah, XRP recently in January hitting 338 was an all-time high. Whether we reclaim that this month remains to be seen, but obviously has retrace potential to that area. All right. Any other questions about the market in general before we head over to Altcoin Alert, look for some day trades and swing trades? All right, well, thanks for the questions. We will head over to Altcoin Alert, see what's popping over there. I've got the easy mode is off, altcoin radar is on, and going to refresh, get the most current information. I mentioned Thorchain or Rune earlier. That seems to be number one on AA scores and still is 94.4. I traded this yesterday with some success, and I've got the day trade. Well, let's bring the day trading layout up. Okay, quick review. On the 15-minute chart, got the supply and demand visible range from Algo as my support and resistance. RTI relative trend index as my indicator for alerts, and cumulative delta I use for confirmation and trend-based trading. But I was catching Rune on the dips yesterday a couple times, and as you can see, it did really well once it dipped down. Here's an example where it dipped below the 20 on the RTI, broke back up right about here, and then made a nice move, to the
You
red.
added the watermark.
I did. So I made that
Thank
permanent part
you.
of the chart. You're welcome. And yeah, over 20% move off that dip. And then there's another one here and did the same thing. I caught both of these. But I'm only looking for 1 to 1.5% move on my day trades. I'm more experienced trader, so I'm on a foreign exchange trading on leverage 10x. So these are 10 to 15% trades for me. And here's another one where dip below the 20 and broke back up for a nice profit, 16%. So these are amazing day trades because the market took such a dip yesterday. So this is the good stuff for day traders. So
Mhm.
Rune looks good on day trade potential. It's over 80 now, so you'll want to set that alert to dip below the 20. I'll go ahead and show you how to do that. Right click on the RTI, add alert. You can cross over on the 50 instead of the 20 if you want to get in sooner. But the way as volatile as the market's been, I'd probably go with the 20, crossing up. Value 20, once per bar close. We'll leave this on all day. Add a custom names, AA score, and TradingView will remember what you type in. And notification section, notify an app on my phone, toast notification, be a pop-up on my computer, play a sound also on my computer, and there's a lot of sounds to choose from. If you want to trade both directions, which is what I like to do, enter a channel, 80 on top, 20 on the bottom, once per bar close, and everything else is the same. I'll click create, and TradingView will create this rectangle here. So if it breaks above the 80 and dips back down, that could be a short trade. And then, as I said before, it breaks below 20 and break back up. That's a signal to evaluate a long trade. Look at the chart, look at Bitcoin and market overall. then make your decision. Not financial advice, just how I like to trade. Okay, any questions on Rune as a day trade? All right, let's go over to the swing trade layout. I'm still using supply and demand visible range as for support and resistance, but I'm using SuperTrend as my indicator for alerts, and then Trendilo LSMA as confirmation. So we had a buy trigger a couple hours ago, and we came out of the green zone, and Trendilo LSMA is generally trending up. So we do have some red candles. That's 50% to get back, to a recent high. If you got in now, yeah, it's a little bit of resistance here at around $1.98, just below the $2 level. So that would be 34%. That would be an amazing swing trade. And 3 days time on that. The bottom of the green zone is going to be 48%. And this area here is 60%. So this is a great potential trade, either a day trade or a swing trade. I think we're going to see a lot of setups like this today. So yeah, buy the dip, I guess. Any questions on Rune? All right. So that was an AA score. Let's do a social activity sort. We'll match it up with trading activity. And looking for fire and fire, fire and thumbs up. And then I'm trying to go through these to see if they're coins I've traded before. Kava is something I used to trade back in 2020, 2021. Mask, might look at that. Some of these I'm not familiar with. Nearly everything has a thumb up or fire. Tia Celestia, I had some success with this in the swing trading realm earlier or last year. Ondo as well. So let's look at Tia
I check
on
out XEM. I
XEM.
bought that today. And that's seemed to have pumped a bit.
Trying to remember what that is. Is that
I think it had a D in front of the call letters.
NEM, yeah, so the second one is what was trading
yeah,
Oh,
today.
I'm thinking XEM is Coin Metro's coin, but I'm not sure. Um, so it's not XEM, it's something else.
No, that's it. Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. And it's on what exchange did you buy that?
Femex.
Okay.
Either Femex or Zoomex. Let me see.
I haven't looked at ZoomX before. Well, it's been trending up. It's above the 80 at the moment. At the moment is a day trade, so that probably not where you'd want to get in necessarily. Probably want to right click on the RTI and get in on crossing up on the 50 or a bigger dip, 20. Either one of those would be better entries. Um, but it has bounced nicely from the dip that most of these coins took yesterday. So yeah,
Yeah, boot it out.
check it out. But there might be similar setups and coins we know a little bit better. This one has potential. All right, and what was I looking at earlier? We were going to look at TIA. Which I believe is on Coinbase, yes. All right, similar
Yes.
to the others, it's above the 80 but dipping back down. So you could get in this on the 50 or the 20. And then as a swing, which is where I like to trade this one more, it looks like it's a go. It's come out of the green zone. The buy signal's printed. Trendilo LSMA is up. It's got a green candle at the moment. To the red zone is 20+%. To the actual resistance is over 30. So 20, 30%. Retrace potential. Love it. So TIA looks good to me. But again, I think we're going to see the setup with a lot of coins today. Okay, any questions on TIA? That was social activity sort. Let's see, 1 hour projected range. It's too much of a range. Don't like that. All right, let's look at short-term sentiment.
How long you thinking the TIA trade will be good for?
It took to get to the green zone. It took about 2 days, nearly 3 days. So it's a really crude guesstimator, but to dip that far and to come back, according to what I've drawn here with the retrace, it's showing 2 days and 18 hours. So about 3 days to potentially get back where it was, but sometimes they make a big move up and then they just go sideways. So no guarantees, but as the CryptNation guys say, price has memory, so I do like retraces as potential exits. Sometimes I go with a resistance like I'm seeing here. I use psychological resistance quite a bit. So just under $4 could be a good exit as well. 390s, 395, 399, something like that. Because maybe it doesn't break over $4, but this has retrace potential to about 450. So that one looks pretty good to me. Okay, and we will look at long-term sentiment sort. We'll match that up with the Elder Impulse Daily. So we've got sentiment, what people are talking about online, Elder Impulse, which is a technical indicator. When those match up, that's usually worth checking out. Yeah, I'm gonna look for something I know. I don't know any of these so far that are matching. Uh, yeah, there's really nothing matching that I would be interested in. So then sometimes I'll flip the script like this and I'll look for bearish coins because generally speaking, I'm using altcoin to show me what's moving. As a day trader, I'm trading both directions anyway, so I don't care if it's going long or short. But if you're trading spot on Coinbase, you're going to want the longer plays. Sometimes these bearish signals can just be an indicator that something's been beaten down and the presumption is it's going to come back. So I'm seeing more familiar coins here: Alice, Arweave, Holochain, AVAX, Zcash, Cardano. So I'm inclined to look at XCM as Coin Metro's governance coin, so not XEM. Anyway, let's look at AVAX. And that one's on my watch list. There we go. This is something I trade as a day trade with some frequency. And it looks like all the others, so that's a little frustrating. It took the big dip below 20 and then came back. And it's above 80 at the moment. So this is another one you're going to want to set the alert on the RTI. I'm going to go both directions on mine. So I'm going to enter a channel, 80 on top, 20 on the bottom. Let's put bar close. Long-term sentiment sort. And yeah, I'll leave that as is. So that'll be my AVAX alert for the day. And as a swing, big drop yesterday, lots of retrace potential. It looks like a go now if you're so inclined. And the red zone retrace potential is about 23%. To the actual candle action, 28% here. And then back here, 33%. Could take a week or so before that happens. All right, AVAX looks pretty good. Any questions on that one? Okay, that's about all I have for Altcoin Alert. Any questions on, how I use that software or day trading or short-term swing trading in general? All right,
This
very
might be a
well.
silly question. Do you use VMAX or no?
No, I did use Femex a couple years ago, but I don't like how at least back then, it was a little too quick to liquidate. So it's
Mm-hmm.
got standards on such things, and yeah, I'm
Mm-hmm.
not going to go into that in detail, but that's what I didn't like about it. So I moved my funds off, but it
Mm-hmm.
was uh it was something I could use as an American back then. I don't know if you need a pass KYC or how that works on it now.
Yeah, no KYC.
Okay, I think that's what I liked about it.
Um, yeah, because so when I switched from like a 3 hour to like a 3 months to see some history, my candles wind up just being like all piled up on top of each other, and the whole rest of the screen is like black. And I'm like, I don't understand why it's doing that. So I was hoping like there's a quick button or there's a setting that I have that's wrong in TradingView, I guess. But it's TradingView that's built into Femex, which is why I was asking if you
Okay.
use Femex.
Yeah, a lot of them do that, but I mean, a lot of them build TradingView into there. I don't rely on exchange information chart wise to make trades. I always have TradingView separate because I've seen that kind of thing on other exchanges as well. And I like my layouts the way they are. And it's a
Mm-hmm.
little harder to customize on an exchange, though it's possible.
So is that the master indicator you have in there also with the buy sell words on your screen?
I'm not sure what you mean by master indicator, but this is my swing trading setup, and
Okay.
yeah,
I
it's
guess
one
you
hour swing trading is what I call it. Yeah, hour chart, support and resistance, Lux Algo.
Super trend.
Yeah, the super trend is what the indicator is called. So,
oh, okay.
but I like it because it's alert friendly. Right click on it, add an alert, and you can trade both directions or choose buy or sell. And that's how I like to do my swing trade alerts, though. So, in and of itself, super trend can be misleading, so it's best to match it up with a couple other things, support and resistance, and some moving average action. All right. Then I'm going to head over to iCoin Pro. It's got a couple tools I like to use. Right now I'm on the Buddy Coin Crawler, looking for values 4% and higher. And there's a lot of values here over 20%. And it's got Arweave in here, Cardano and a USDC pair, USDT there. Celestia we looked at. Dydex I like. I trade that a lot. I'm at day trading. So let's look at Dydex. So far, every coin's looked like this. So they've all broken above the 80 on the RTI. Kind of going sideways now. So look for that dip. The next dip should be pretty good. You know, nothing ever goes straight up. It's usually jagged, and we like to catch those jags. So on the RTI, right click. It's going to be my alert. I'm going to enter a channel. 80 on top, 20 on bottom. Once per bar close. That's a long-term sentiment. And notifications, chirpy from my sound. Click create, and I'm good to go for the rest of the day. So if I get that dip below 20, I'll be ready for a long position. If it breaks, well, actually, it would break below the 80 first, so that could be a short for me. All right, so that's Dydex on the Buddy Coin Crawler. And there's others in here too, potentially to look at. Cardano. I haven't looked at Cardano in a long time. ADA.
You call it the Buddy Coin Crawler?
Yeah. Um, and the origin of that term is that I originally started with iCoin Pro. I learned their 1, 2, 3 dip, and then I was able to find a similar approach that was more alert friendly, hence the RTI that I talk about a lot. And then buddy coins are the coins that you follow throughout the day and set alerts upon. So when I say when you see me set an alert on that, that's a buddy coin. That's gonna be my buddy for the day. And I'm gonna track that one, through an alert or through just visual for most of the day, until the evening when I quit looking at such things. I usually choose 3 or 4 coins to look at every day as day trading possibilities. So the Buddy
Gotcha.
Coin Crawler information source here on iCoin Pro will let you know it's moving. And the sort is average low to SMA. So the low is 24-hour low, and the SMA is the simple moving average, which is the red line between the Bollinger Bands you see on my charts. I don't talk that much about Bollinger Bands or moving averages, but because I'm more interested in the RTI, but that information's on there too. And speaking of my setup, if you want these, you can create these from scratch on TradingView by going to the indicators here and typing them in, or you can email me at cryptocj13@gmail.com and say, hey, CJ, would you please send me your chart? And I can send you a link, to this. Copy that link and send it to you, and it'll recreate this.
That'd be great. You can drop
Yeah,
it in the chat if you want.
I could, but I've got to make sure it's the most recent one. So I usually do some
Gotcha.
little investigation first. So that's why I like the email approach.
Cool.
All
Thank you.
right. So we're here on ADA as a day trade, and it looks like the others. So you're going to want to get in on that. If you're trading along on the spot trade, you're going to want to catch that dip in the next move up, which should be above the 50 or the 20. I'd probably wait below the 20 because that's where it's been last couple days. So that alert looks like this. Right click on the RTI, crossing up on the 20, long-term sentiment. And choose the sound you want. I'm not a big fan of ADA. There's other coins I think move better than that. So it is a positive for the day. So I guess that's good news. All right. Any questions on Cardano or iCoin Pro or Altcoin Alert?
Yes, CJ.
Yeah, go ahead, Paul.
When you travel, it sounds like you trade in the daytime because you were saying, at the end of your day. So as you travel between Asia and the US, do you just maintain daylight trading where you are, or do you trade daylight in the US time zone?
Well, that's a pretty good question for those of us who like to travel. But I try to keep this as trading during the daytime. Asia has a crypto trading high time where it's more involved than others. So, I'm usually trading 8 a.m. to about 8 p.m. on Asia time when I'm here, and then if I'm in the US, it flips over to that. So, um, yeah, that's what I usually do. And there's usually enough volatility and volume in either situation to move the market. I haven't found much of a difference of trading here in Asia than I did in the US.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I find a lot of times I'm up late at night trading. It just seems more active US hours.
Yeah, you may be right. Since I'm looking for small moves, those are easier to come by.
Yeah.
Um, if I were looking for bigger moves, if I were trading on spot in the 2 to 5% realm, that might be more difficult to get here. But my 1 to 1.5% is easier to get. So
I may
that might
get
be
there
why.
one day.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you. Any other questions?
You're trading on contract trades, or what's your?
No, I trade on um, perpetual.
Oh, right.
Forgot what it's called.
And
I
then
just think of it
leverage.
as with leverage, yeah. So and I use Bybit, so I'm on a kind of convoluted back way into to Bybit using a couple tools I have. And if you're interested in that, you could email me about that as well, and I'll let you know how I do that. But you got to be really if you're gonna use my method to access Bybit, you got to really want to do it, and you'll have to pay a little money too. So
I have the Nord VPN that I pay for, so I
that's
don't know if that's
something.
going to be good.
That's part of it. So yeah, go ahead and reach
Okay.
out to me, and I'll let you know what I'm doing with that. Okay. Well, thanks for all the participation. We ran a little longer than usual today, about 40 minutes. Appreciate it. Let you guys go here, and we'll see you again on Thursday. Bye.
Thanks.
Thanks. Bye.
Thank you.